Hello, so let's give this a go. I am underneath the mother tree, the oak tree in Glastonbury. Look, whoa, a few of us were here on the equinox and the full moon, and so I just thought I'd revisit the place again. Although I can't do a live for you, it's not enough network coverage. I thought I'd try this, see how that rolls, and also to tune in and to send you the vibes from this beautiful place. And I've just been sitting on the other side. You can see the sun's out. I've just come around the other side because it was so warm. But as I was sitting with my back against the tree, I could feel how its roots were connecting not just into the earth, but also connecting into other mother trees around the UK that I have been connected with over the years. Not least the one that was outside my bedroom window as I was growing up, but also the one that I would go to regularly on my last house sit in the New Forest. And there's so much to this, isn't there? The connections underground and the connections we all have unconsciously to one another through our energy fields. We're all magical beings. We are all the miracle. We really are. And this topic of miracles is what's on this week's Chi Time. Now, Chi Time has been reclaimed. Chi Time Radio is back, only it's spelled QI this time, not CHI. We did One Chi for 6 months and then realised that actually One Chi is the community hub for Qigong teachers, and it got a bit confused with it being a radio show as well. So I've reclaimed Chi Time, and I'm talking about miracles with my guest this week, and it reminded me how something the barefoot doctor would always say without a doubt, apart from be in your back and possibly like really fall a bit far behind you in your back, really be present in the back of you and become the observer of your life. He would also talk about how we are the miracle, and anything less than that is not the truth. So yeah, that just feels like it's really on trajectory for us to remember the magic is within us, to remember who we really are at this time when there's so much that we're distracted and pulled away from, and forgetting who we really are. And I know I was wanting to share a live today and talk about the metal element and why it's so relevant to us all at this time, because the metal element is a bit odd in some ways. I only came across it in traditional Chinese medicine aspect of my Qigong training, but actually when I did find it, resonated with me hugely, and it was quite a challenge, I can tell you. But because it incorporates the air element as well, it's like multifaceted, but also it's very simple. It's this being encouraged to come inwards now, because remember we're cycling around the seasons with the elements. So we've gone through water in the winter, and then wood in the spring, and then fire in the summer, and the earth in the late summer. But you know what? The earth also appears at the end of each of the elemental seasons as a connecting down and ground again. And now we're transitioning into the metal element of the autumn. So you can feel that the energies were growing as the year came, and then they express and blossom, and then they start to descend and come down. And with this descending, come down, there's this condensing, this kind of really gathering in the exquisite qualities that the year has gifted you, and to honour them and to own them, and to come into quietude with yourself and acknowledge and recognise what gifts and bounties you have. It can be very simple, like noticing that you've managed to get this far through the year and you're steady. Or you might notice that what you've gained this year you didn't expect. And I'm like, I didn't expect that, but that's what was gifted this year. That's what I was shown. That's what is part of who I am now. And then owning this gift, this bounty, and integrating it with everything else. And so when we come into metal element Qigong, it gives us time to come into this meditative connection with ourselves, which you know as Qigong players we're always doing when we drop into the Wuji. And then from there we can start to explore releasing the old, receiving the new, but from this autumnal perspective. So you know, I'm sitting under this gorgeous tree now. Let's go right to the top of it. Look at that. Wow. And it will drop its leaves. You know, I'm looking forward to the colours of the autumn. And that, it's just so rich, isn't it? And so the richness that is inside of you is what I want us to connect with on this next course that I'm running. And within all that is a very pertinent topic, and that is of lung health and immunity. I am not making this up. This is key to metal element stuff, runs all the way through it, right from the beginning. It's around releasing stagnations in the lung chi. And of course that's then going to have a ripple effect on everything else that you do, because that's of course is oxygenating your blood, and that relationship with the lungs and the heart, and the blood supply, that circulation around your body. But also it's the chi of the lungs. The chi of the lungs. The lungs is how we release grief, obviously through the crying and all of that. But lung chi, if we don't release grief, it gets stuck, stagnant in the lungs, which can cause lung disorders. But when we can clear that, we can come into more integrity, more clarity of the truth of who we really are. And we can speak with the air from our lungs. We can speak into the world. The lungs are an interface between you and the outside world, just as your skin is. So the skin is also part of the metal element. And so how do we manage this boundary? Oh, boundaries, yes, the metal element, all about boundaries. It's a very rich element. It's going to be fun this next 2 months. You know, deep fun, profound fun, my favourite. But boundaries, how important is that? Not only the integrity of your physical boundaries, but also your mental boundaries, the things that you're prepared to do and the things that you're really not prepared to do, and looking at what you're saying yes to and what you're being able to say no to as well. So as you become more connected to the true you, it's easier to discern these decisions, because you can feel it, because you are it. That decision has already been made. You're just following through in this 3D realm. Yeah, I know. I'm saying there's a lot, and there's more I can share with you. Of course I will. That's what I'm here to do. Share what's coming through me for you that's going to help. But this thing about boundaries also brings up the word protection. And I know it's a word that can instill, like, protection from what? Oh, I'm feared up, I'm not protected, I'm not safe. No, it's not about that. It's about having, again, this word integrity. So there's this, when you practice Qigong, particularly lung energy Qigong, you gather it into your system and you let it roll around, and you do the internal alchemy, and you breathe the light into your system, and you then become the light in your system. And then that can radiate out, and we can do some beautiful meditations around all of this. And then what we're getting to after that is this power of letting the energies that we've created inside of us and then emanating out to then land on our bodies as an integral layer all the way around us. And this is called Wei Qi, W-E-I-Q-I. This is your protective layer of Qi, and it is particularly the lungs that activate this. How important is it to be doing this right now? And this is why I wanted to have a chat with you about why doing the Metal Element Qigong at this time of the year right now for you is going to help with your physical health, with your lung health, with your energy health, and with your mental health. It helps with mental health by de-stressing. All Qigong is going to help you do that. But also learning about how you can activate the physical body to ignite or inspire the energy body. Mind you, the energy body can also inspire the physical body. And then to get everything working as one harmonious unit. So, if you're not already signed up, you know where to go. cheekytemple@gmail.com. Oh, a bit of a wind happening. So I think that's enough from me for now, but I'd love to share more of this wisdom with you, because it's time to share. There's no point me hanging on to it, is there really? And as you experience and feel the strength and power of the earth within you, and of the air in you, and of the fire in you, and of the water in you, you then become a stronger ballast for everything that's coming into your life, and you can then support and assist others, because we are ultimately all here to help, I feel, and to hold each other's hands as we walk each other back home. So from me and the tree in Glastonbury, sending love all the way.